Okay, geographers, let's look at how we can add drawings, text, and shapes and annotations to our data. So in a previous video, I've shown you how to add some data. So I've got some proportional circles, some proportional colored circles on here, and I'm just going to add some basic text. Now, I could actually take a screenshot of this and clip it and put it into Word and then put text boxes on, but there are certain basic things you could do with the drawing tool. So in layers, I'm going to use the drop down box and I'm going to create a sketch layer. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sketching on here. So the first thing I can do is use a polygon, which is quite useful. I imagine if I was showing off land use, I can just left click around this sort of forested area here, just going around the edges and then doing a double click to finish. So it's a bit like Digimaps actually, if you've used Digimaps. I can then also change the transparency, the fill color of that polygon, etc., etc. I can draw a square if I've got a nice, astroturf to go around. I can put one of those in and draw a couple of squares, and I can also color those in. To delete them, I can just use the arrow cursor, and I'll just click on it. I can go back to it. Look, I can go back and change the color, or on my keyboard, I'm just going to press delete. Okay, so select and delete. So I realize those squares were in the wrong place and I can move them somewhere else. I can draw a circle if I'm talking about trees or something. And again, I can talk about the color, I can change the color, the transparency, etc., etc., etc. Basic polygons. Okay, so I'm just going to delete that again. The text function is quite useful. You wouldn't put lots and lots and lots of texts using this. I'd much prefer to do it in Word, to be honest. But if you click on the text and then it's here where it says content, you can then annotate. It's a bit like word art. I'm not a massive fan of this, but you can do it. You can change the font and the color. You can rotate it and put a background and whatnot. And then all you do is I've literally just moved my cursor across and then I just left click and it will put my text there, and I can close the menu like that. And again, then I could go to save and I could save this data or just take a screenshot again. But it's very simple to add annotations and labels and shapes. Okay, hope that